Hey there, and happy Tuesday evening. So I hope some of you, or at least a couple of you, are still awake to join in with me. Yes, I'm a night owl, but today I had my sweet granddaughters for many hours, and I just love that I get my Tuesdays with them. So we kept busy. We went to story time at the library with my friend Miss Nancy, and it was just fun to hear Mackenzie. She just takes all that in, and she asked me when she came this morning if she could go to the party at the library, and she just thinks it's so great to be able to do that. So we did that, and then she actually helped me with the garden, and then the real work got done after they went home. So I spend quite a bit of time trying to get my garden in case it does rain tomorrow. I want to get those plants in because they were starting to look a little wilty, looking like they wanted to be in the real ground and not in their little pots anymore. If you don't know this about me, I'm a huge gardener, and so got my peppers, tomatoes, cabbage, green beans, and some marigolds planted this afternoon. So that is a big reason why I'm coming to you later tonight. So don't judge my nails when you see me put together my card. I started to pick and kind of do that thinking I would have time to like get my nail polish off, and I didn't, so they look awful, and I kind of wish I would have had time to paint them because I gardened all day or a lot of the day, and so they look terrible. So don't judge me on that. Just look at the pretty card, you guys. So this is card number 2 for Dawn Earlbeck's virtual party here. So I'm going to turn my camera around and show you a better close-up of this. So this idea I had screenshotted a little bit ago from Stamp It Up with Jamie, and just love the pretty paper here that it showcases. And hi there, Kathy. And it is from the Take to the Sky Suite Collection. So in the annual catalog here on page 37, you'll see the fun stamp set. I love that they put the dies bigger in the catalog this year. I feel like it's much easier to see what is in there to coordinate with that. And they still highlight the certain stamped images that the dies cut out. I'm using the paper, and I'll show you that in detail a little bit more. And these are part of the collection, but I'm not using them tonight. So these are the industrial trinkets. So they're about that thick, It's hard to kind of show that. Hey there, Wendy. And they actually are kind of a double-sided trinket. So you can see kind of the etching on this side of the industrial trinket. And then this side, it can actually kind of look like a little rivet. So you can use it either way. And they are like a little thicker, but you know, still can be put on with glue dots. So there is that. Hi there, Amy. So another warning, like I said, after gardening all day, don't look at my nails while I make my card, please. It's either do the card or do my nails. I chose to do a card tonight for you guys. How's that? Okay, so the last thing I want to show you before I start making the card actually is pretty quick and easy, but I thought it was so adorable. But let me show you in depth more this designer series paper. But before I do that, don't forget that there is the joining special this month. Some of you have taken advantage of this to join my team, and I'm so excited that you can get all of the ink pads here, the designer series paper of the in colors, and then the 2024 through 2026 in color cardstock, and then the Stamp and Write markers too. You get all 4 of these. It's not pick and choose. This is like $82 worth of product added into the starter kit. The starter kit's $99. You get to pick out $125 of anything you want in your kit, which is really nice. Stampin' Up! Doesn't pick it out. Back in the day when I signed up almost 30 years ago, they did pick it out for us. And I had been stamping for a while, so I had a lot of the things and got doubles. So it was so nice to see that change being made. All right, so here we've got the really cool Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. For those of you that like to do memory keeping, scrapbooking, things like that, I'm just going to kind of, go out a little bit with my camera angle. So there's tags that you can just cut around either with your trimmer or, you know, like cut it across there and then trim it down with your trimmer. So really fun things that you can do with this. I think more scrapbooking when I see some of these cool tags, but we all know we're going to make cool cards out of it too. So that is one of the pages here, and Let me just try and get this together here. The back side looks like a fun, I've been traveling a lot this year, and it kind of looks like when you turn on your screen in the airplane and you kind of want to track your flight. That's kind of what that looks like. Hi there, Joyce. Thanks for the kind words. Joyce, can I just say I hope it's okay that I share? She sent me this cute message saying how much she appreciates the videos, and that is what keeps me going, Joyce, even when it's 9:30 at night. I think it was around supper when I finally got it at 8 o'clock tonight, and I tried to make something really good for the guys because they're still out in the field planting. And I thought maybe I'm just not going to do a live video. And then Joyce's email came through saying how much she enjoyed it. And I already had my idea. So I'm like, yep, I'm going to do it. Thank you, Joyce. I hope that was okay. So this designer series paper sheet or design has the fun airplanes on them, and then just kind of a fun little checkered back, kind of just a fun nice neutral pattern, which always goes over well. And then we've got another kind of world map here in the green, and then this is the navy kind of checked pattern, grid pattern that I'm using today, or tonight I should say. And then we've got some more of those planes, just a different color here, and then another just random pattern here. Kind of looks like the top probably of an airport as you fly over top of that. And then we've got the clouds, and I think the clouds are going to be just easy to put together with any type of card. And actually, I thought, oh, should I change up my the idea that I saw from Stamp It Up with Jamie, or should I use this or just her original design? I went with hers. And here again, a nice just neutral pattern. And then this is the other sheet that we're using. Are all these fun? I just love it is being used. And then this kind of depth map. This reminds me of when we are on a lake and we want to see where the best spots for fishing are. Hi there, Deb. All right, so let's get on with card number 2 for Dawn before you guys just want to call it a night. All right. So what I've done here is I have my card base opening up this way, the Knight of Navy, and then I'm going to just use a sheet of the basic white 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on there. So then that next quarter step down is from that Take to the Sky Designer Series paper, 3.75 by 5. So I can go ahead and actually just put all of these together right away. Because then the next step is going to be the die cutting and the designer series paper here. So I've got this and this one. So like I said, this is one of those cards you can just kind of cut everything apart or cut everything up and have it ready to assemble. So you can see how the majority of the card is already done. And I love the layering of the designer series paper on the basic white. It really makes that pop like so. So now to get this grid, and I think sometimes half the joy that I get, not only in sending the card, you might say, okay, she has joy in making the card, sending the card, knowing somebody's getting a special card. I love picking out postage stamps. Does anybody enjoy picking out postage stamps? I know my stamping friend Carol also does, and so we've had conversations about that, like, hey, such and such post office just got new stamps in or something like that. And so to design a card that looks like actual postage stamps is kind of fun. So tonight, what is also part of the bundle besides the Adventurous Skies here, I kind of haven't even shown you this just in the catalog. All I'm using is the sentiment flying by to say hi. And then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put a little plain in the inside of the card to kind of just coordinate the theme. The dies look like this, but I'm not using any of the dies. This is one of those stamp sets that has extra dies, not just the ones that cut out the stamp set to kind of put the planes together. My stamping friend, Marissa, now I can't think of her last. I know her husband, Max, we just were in Mexico together. She's kitchen table stamper. Maybe I should say that because, Alvarez, maybe that's it. Alvarez. Sorry if you ever watch us, Marissa. We talk and talk. We are friends. She did an awesome presentation on this whole suite in Houston, and the amazing things that she did with this, I hope to replicate on a card sometime for you guys too. Not even using the dies tonight though. So the die that I am using is the perennial postage dies, and I've been using these quite a bit. They have all the different kind of rectangular ones, but the one that I pulled out tonight is actually one of the square ones here. This would actually kind of be fun too, because I think this almost looks like when the pilots fly and they have that little lapel pin. That's kind of what it reminds me of, even though that's not what it's intended to look like. It's supposed to look like a canceled stamp. But then when you start to use it for something else, then of course your mind goes there. Normally my mind doesn't. I don't think outside the box. So I'm just using this. And so for the card, we will need 6 of those, but I didn't think I needed to bore you with cutting out all 6. So I just kind of take a square of basic white cardstock and just cut out all of these little squares this way, doing that. So I just kind of wanted to show you what size it was. And yes, you do have to cut all 6 of them. And then, so I've got, like I said, these all cut out ahead of time. So didn't want to do that. They also kind of remind me of little raviolis. Only when I'm hungry or something. Okay, hi there, Deb. Hi, Rosina. All right, so we've got this 12 by 12 sheet of these cool airplanes. So next what I do is just cut a strip 1 1/4 inch like that. And then what I do next is just cut squares, so that's going to be 1 1/4, and we're going to need 6 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we've got those squares. So that is going to go on top of the other. All right, so we can just put that aside. And now what I did, I'm going to see if I can just maybe zoom this out. I have the nice glass mat here, you guys. And so what I do is just take a couple of these squares and just put a little bit of adhesive on a couple of them. And I'm going to scoot this down in the corner. You can kind of see it there. And I put my card so it's in the corner, and then I know half of 5 1/2 is 2.75. So I'm just going to kind of scoot that, kind of just eyeing it. I'm not going to be totally exact, but I'm just going to scoot then my 2 pieces so that like the middle of this is on 2.75. So I've got that like that, and that's just how I do it, and that's good enough for me. And I know names come to mind that they will have the rulers out up and down and side to side and all of that, and that's okay too. The cool thing about this is that like then the squared up pieces here just all fit together. So it's just like putting a super easy puzzle together, because you don't even have to get it to interlock. You just butt it up one against the other, and that comes together really easy like that. So that's how that is put together. And then you just go through, and if it really matters to you, you could put all of these so that they are in the order that like they came on the sheet. But I just thought, you know what, this is going to be okay, because you're going to see kind of the same color scheme and such, and that's going to look just fine. But if you wanted to, you could, like I said, make it so that as you cut it, you put it together that way. I have to think, does that look like it's going this way? I think it actually matches up with this one, so I can put it like that. Wasn't sure if I was going to put it on upside down or not, and this one actually matches with that one. All right, I do like to do puzzles, so you would think I would want it to be like exact, right? Okay, so now we've got that going on. Doesn't that just totally look like postage stamps? Love it. And like I said, when I saw that design from the other demo, I thought, oh, screenshotting that, saving it, because I thought it would be a fun one to demo for you guys. Now, the saying flying by to say hi from the Adventurous Sky stamp set. I'm just going to stamp that out in the copper clay and give that just a quick snip. Now this is cut about 5/8 inch. So I did measure that out. The other day I kind of said, hey, it's in between this and this as far as measurement. But today I actually measured 5/8 for you guys so that I know how much to say for you guys. And then this, I did think about maybe layering it just to give it more of a pop, but I kind of liked how subtle it was right on there. And I'm not going to add any extra ribbon. I'm not going to add any extra embellishments because I feel like this paper really does the work of just making it look special just like that. And I also think it makes a great guy card, which then, you know, kind of less is more as well for that. And then for the inside, like I said, I just chose kind of this medium-sized airplane, and I'm going to ink that up in my copper clay as well, and just have that there for the inside. So those of you that are going to be receiving this card or making this card in an upcoming class or something, then you will, you know, choose then what you want to put on the inside. Flying by to say hi could be happy birthday. This one does, like as far as special occasions, has happiest Father's Day to my friend, and happy birthday to you're the best. Plain and simple is really great too. So that's going to be fun. I also thought about like just putting some clouds in the background too. So for those of you that really like to jazz up like your envelopes or the insides, you could go even more all out on that as well. So there it is, card number 2 for Dawn Earlbeck's virtual stamp party. And thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. And I'll be honest, I can't wait to take a shower. I was working pretty hard out in my garden tonight, kind of trying to beat the sun going down too. My husband's like, aren't you going to go in for supper? I'm like, no, I've got a half hour yet of daylight. So he thought I was kind of crazy, but yet he knows how crazy I am about my garden too. So thank you for bearing with me and letting me come to you guys a little bit later tonight. So just a note too, Thursday I'll be in Worthington doing a stamp camp, and I have spots available for that, but let me know sooner than later just so that I have enough supplies cut and ready for you to attend that. And I'm looking so forward to that Thursday afternoon. The information for that is in the events here on this page in that tab. So if you need more information or have questions about that, let me know sooner than later. Have a good night. I'll be next probably Friday. Just tomorrow I need to spend some more time getting ready for Thursday stamp camp, and then Thursday is stamp camp. So Friday I will try to wrap up Dawn's demo number 3 for her virtual stamp party. Thanks so much. Night.